Oh yeah, also Voldrak, the guy we just killed. It's basically the end of Act 2, so now we're starting Act 3. Why no XP pot though? Because I kinda want to experience how Oathkeeper feels for a new player. I would go like for... I'm gonna do like a lot of speed leveling later. This one is for like... for players that play the game for maybe like the first time or that reset their account and want to start as an Oathkeeper. Oh yeah. I want to experience that myself as well, and also maybe if people are interested, they can watch this or like rewatch this. Check out how I played with the Oathkeeper and how like what are the different quests that you have to do and so on and so on. And which quests you have to watch out for, which items you have to watch out for and so on. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a lot of speed leveling later, but for speed leveling I would not only use XP pots but also use Lockhart set obviously, so. And also I wouldn't like level on normal or veteran, I would just level on elite, I think. Isn't it? Forget about... Oops.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, okay, these are not too good to pass up on, right? Swamp Dwellers are very good. Since you have leveled so many times, how fast do you think a new player will hit 100 in hours? That is a little hard to say, because on one hand I recommend for a new player to explore like everything, but that will slow them down even more, right? So I would say, like on softcore, not on hardcore obviously, it would take like maybe around 50 hours, 40 hours, something like that. If he explores like everything, probably 50 hours here. If he like tries to speed level as well, then probably like 25 hours, maybe 30 hours. So yeah, you were saying 30 hours. Yeah, 30 hours is a pretty good like estimate for like new players that don't like explore everything. Because I mean, new players have to like adjust their gear every now and then whenever they hit like a wall. And depending on what items you have and how good they know the items and etc, etc, they're gonna spend a lot of time looking at items and checking those out as well. He's a good player and can judge like, or like if he's like following a build and knows what he's doing in ARPGs in general, and he can get down to 30 hours for sure, while exploring everything. Or like 35 or 40. Yeah. You're welcome. But I mean, once you have, well, like, once you're experienced and you have all the items, I think fast speed leveling was like 8 hours before Forgotten Gods. And I can only imagine it being even faster now that you can, since you can start in Elite or like Ultimate. But I guess starting in Elite is actually the fastest for leveling. Because Ultimate is gonna be too hard, at least for hardcore. Still have this item. And then these for level 30, are they better? And we do have no vitality resistance whatsoever. So maybe I should keep them. And then Codex of Reckoning. It's interesting, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Just gonna use like any other shield I find. Maybe like a bone. Oh yeah, why didn't I find like a bone shield? Or is there any here? There's none here. People say 8 hours with pot starting in normal. Yeah, that was like the old time. Like the old timing. 6.5 to 7 hours starting in elite. Oh, you only save like 1.5 hours. I mean that's still good, I guess. But I thought it would be maybe a little bit more, maybe like 2 to 2.5 hours. But yes, 6.5 to 7 hours seems kind of realistic, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna aim for at least as well. Once I do like the other, like my next characters after this. This one is gonna take a while though. Like no XP potions, no low card set. Trying to explain all the important stuff for newer players and also checking out all the areas. I was just looking for some like mobs with shields here. To maybe have one of them drop a shield, but seems like I'm unlucky. Or maybe it's because of this, right? Maybe this is narrowing down too much. Not sure though. Actually a good one. Wait, what about Wire's Might though? Do I get more than Wire's Might? That's the thing, right? I actually don't. Like this passive is so strong. At least for like early levels. So you should always just drop a portal over here, and then proceed to Homestead and then come back for the portal. Basically the fastest way to include this area over here, the Jagged Wastes or Pine Barrens, into your leveling. While proceeding at a decent speed. Unbreakable of protection. That seems pretty good. Shield. Oh, it gives me... Oh, that's so good. Holy shit. Wait, what is this? Reduce target's damage for 3 seconds to judgment. Physical to fire to judgment. Skill recharge to judgment. Hell yeah. That's insane actually. It's so strong. Calastorian Gavel. That's a new item as well. Rune of Calastorian conversion. Gonna benefit my character. So you need, I think, 3 dynamites. And we have exactly 3. Yeah, there. So the reason why you want to enter this area is you get 2 devotion points and some very nice levels. Like very nice XP while going through this area. Wait, does it actually change the animation as well? So. Wait, no, it doesn't.
I can't do that yet.
Somehow I thought it was looking like more fiery now, but I guess that's not the case. +2 to smite as well. Maybe I should like 1 point smite now. Maybe I should. Like these weapon pool skills aren't really very strong unless you have like pluses to them. But once you have, and once you get like their chance to activate up, it can be very, very strong. And also smite adds shield damage as well, right? Actually pretty decent. Oh, that's a reflective mob. Gotta be careful with those. Sometimes, at least. My damage isn't like high enough already that reflect really hurts me. Come on out, Mogara. Brigantine of Resilient. No, what's this? Oh, this one. No. Mighty of Kings? Oh, yeah, Mighty Brigantine Legworks of Kings. Of Kings suffix is a very interesting one. It's super good later. But while leveling, it's not always that good, actually. Because I think juicy bonuses that it does get, it gets like pierce resistance, I think, and more HP, but it gets those like at higher levels only, so right now it's not that ideal. I guess I can just put anything crystal, because why not? I mean an emerald. So, the thing about Shaded Basin is there are two kinds of caves here. There's one cave which has like random spawn locations, but you will not see on the map. Right, this one. And then there's another one that you see on the map, but you don't want to enter that one first. You want to search for this one and enter this one. Because this way you can do both quests at one time. Like, it doesn't show my quest log right now, but after ending in the quests related to Mogara and the Manticore poison, we will get a quest to kill Bloodbriar, so this guy. And a spider called like Ungolyax or something. And by going into Bloodbriar's lair first, you can do both caves at the same time, because you after you finish this cave, you can just drop down here and you're down in the cave of the spider, so it's very convenient. That's why you should always search for this specific cave first. Okay, we're gonna get 1 point into Smite because we have bonuses to that now, and more OA. We need more OA. Like, we are not even critting right now. I mean, you don't really need to crit while leveling, but you should at least have a pretty high chance to hit. Like 90% or more should be like your goal while leveling. That being said, like OA and DA starts to get much more important later on in the game. Like early on it's not that important. It's only important that you at least hit the enemy. Also, I guess this item is now almost a guaranteed drop from the boss you could fight at the Homestead Rift. So if you're playing an Oathkeeper, you should definitely get that one. It's a very good shield for Oathkeepers, for sure. Super good. I don't know if it's gonna be like endgame good, but right now, compared to anything else that you can get, it's very, very good. So here you have shrine number 1, this area. That's a new item as well, Astral Leg Wraps. Or like lightning or elemental cadence, I guess. Not gonna use that one. At least not on this character. I guess that's actually not the poison that hurt me there, because poison resistance is 80%. It was probably some vitality damage that was also attached to the poison, I guess. Also, since we're in Act 3, like right now we don't need it, the Chaos Resistance, but very soon, for the second part of Act 3, we're gonna need Chaos Resistance. And Chaos Resistance is at 4% only right now, so that's a little bit sketchy. Should try to look out for items that give us Chaos Resistance. And this would be the second shrine inside of the area. Also, we do get a dynamite chest over here, which we cannot open. Oh well. As I said, like, dynamite chests don't really matter that much in normal. They start to get very more interesting on Elite and Ultimate.
I can't do that yet.
And so I told you about the quests revolving around Bloodbriar and the spider, right? And you will find that once you hand in those quests, you will get another quest to kill a guy called like Blood Feast or something like that, I think. And he's inside this Tyrant's Hold, so you have to find the entrance to the fort. And there it is. Oh, this is a dangerous domain now as well. And so what modifier do we have here? Player critical attacks are weakened, but attacks are more likely to hit. That's actually very good for us. It's like a buff to our character, because we're not critting anyways. Right, so we just got like some, or like, okay, we are critting now a little bit, but before we weren't even critting because our OA was still kinda low. So that's a lucky modifier, I guess. Actually enhancing our damage, not lowering it.
Can't do that yet.
That's the thing with these modifiers, or like mutators, I should say. Like, most of the time they're obviously not gonna benefit you, but sometimes you can benefit from them. Just like in this case.
That skill's not
Oh yeah, that put those. Yeah. Working on Ulzat next. Oh yeah, also since we were using a shield, maybe I should like at least put a one pointer here. Just for the heck of it. To like see the animation every now and then.
That skill's not ready. My inventory is full. I can't do that yet.
This guy is actually very tanky. Compared to other enemies I've fought before. This character.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, so this guy is gonna be a little bit hard, I guess. Yeah, when using Wire Smite against bosses, you have to make sure to actually aim behind them, because else he's not gonna get hit by the fire. Yeah, also you shouldn't stand inside his pools, they're healing him. There we go.
My inventory carry anymore.
Full, oh well. Just picking up the blue items as well, because blue items do sell for more iron than green items, even though they're not always better. Like, green items are most of the time better than blue items, actually. Like, it depends on the build and on the item. So, I'm just going to homestead first here to, like, clear out my inventory. Oh, there's another rift to Act 7 as well here. We get a Stalwart of the Fleshlight compared to a Mystic of the Fleshlight, which has more armor but less Pierceress, so like a worse roll. I guess we're keeping the old one. Oh, this one has actually chaos resistance, right? So that's pretty good for us. Should at least hang on to it for now. That's not really doing too much for us. Some vitality resistance, that's it. And the one we have gives us chaos, so... This one is interesting though. Probably not good enough though. No, the one we have gives us resistances, and those are more important. I still want to change my chest, like, holy shit, it's so bad. Well, not, it's not bad, but... so low level, I should say. We need the resistances. Maybe, right? Maybe we keep this because of the resistances, actually. Chaos, right? Only 5%. Why are there so many like low resistance pills for chaos? 6%, 5%, like it's very hard to get it. Like to get chaos resistance. Currently. At least right now. I do want to keep this two-piece set a little bit longer. So I might just only swap around the belt and that's it. Let's also break the set. Anyways, let's get all the sweet XP now on the quests. Here. And then also we have to go back to the guys at Pine Barrens, right? Like this place always feels awesome when you have an XP pod running. But yeah, I mean, we're not doing this for this run. Let's go back to Burns Rift. The amount of XP you get here is insane, actually. Actually insane. Oh yeah, we can also get our skill point, right? Over here from Minova. Could have gotten it like some time ago, I guess, but oh yeah, there we go, attribute point. And also we could like With these now, right? I think for now I prefer these for the HP. Just so like we need poison a little bit more than vitality for like the rotting croplands, I guess. Those Dermapterians, they do have a lot of poison, pierce, and bleed damage, as far as I know. So we're also gonna hang on to that belt for now, and then swap it all around once we are done like with this part of Act 3.
That skill's not ready.
So yeah, when you're doing this quest, always remember to go to a specific house over here. This one. And get this diary. It's a very important item. Not only for like a small side quest attached to it, but more importantly to like a big secret quest line. Which is a little tricky to like discover if you don't know how it works. And also it's only available on the ultimate difficulty, I think, so.
I can't do that yet.
That's another action point here. And I guess we should start pushing to 50 now. Or maybe use Ascension for... these guys are permanent, right? Where's Ascension? There it is. And now Ascension is like a buff. Damage absorption, fire retaliation, and modifier gives us more OA and stun reduction. Pretty good. It's also one of those spells that every Oathkeeper should have sooner or later. Especially for like mid to end game. Like in early game I don't think it's very important, but that's also why I'm only gonna like one point it right now. Yeah, later on you should max it out for sure. And then probably just like spam it off cooldown, I guess. If you have dynamite like I do right now, you can... Oh yeah, you should get the, the Rift Gate maybe first.
That skill's not ready.
And then there's a side quest here giving you a Blood of Chthon, I think. And the bloods are pretty expensive, so... Also pretty scarce to get, so...
I can't do that yet.
You should probably do that quest. Like always. So we have this camp here, you can talk to the guys if you want to. They're gonna tell you that there is like a demon nearby. Demon is actually... I mean, maybe it's not a demon, maybe it's just a little kid, right? But I mean, the name Callista is already pretty... Pretty sketchy name, right?
That skill's not ready.
So yeah, and this gives us a Blood of Cthulhu here, which is a very important item to have. Negating of the boar. Is that any better? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't really need the lightning resistance right now. I would rather have the increased armor. I mean, you could talk to the guys again if you want to, like, get their praise for getting their demon or something. You don't have to. Damn, this looks so cool now. Fire inside. It's not really glowing, is it? Oh. Still looking a lot better than it was before, for sure. So yeah, once you like given the quest related to the eggs at the start of Act 3 here, like return to Douglas to Homestead, I'm gonna tell you to kill like the Dermapterian queen as well. And you will find that queen in this very royal hive here. If you want to, you can skip the first tunnel here. It's not really very interesting. I mean, there's like a chance for a chest to be in there, I guess, but... Second entrance, however, should not be skipped at any circumstances. Okay. There's some actually maybe decent items dropping here.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, this is the second den here. And while it looks just as boring or even more boring than the first one, there is another entrance here to another room, or like to another den, I should say.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, this is a dangerous domain now as well. Right? Players have reduced HP regen, but more resistance to poison bleeding. I actually think this like benefits me more as well than what is like hurts me. I'm not sure though. HP regen is very low though now. It's true. But anyways, we're gonna go fight Gollum here. I mean Gollus. And let's see if he drops his precious or not. Oh, he didn't. Oh, well. He has like a chance to drop a ring. It's pretty good. Or like, not super good, but decent. We don't know the Dreadlords though. Like Dreadlords is a very good FX in general, but We're not gonna use it on this character, obviously, and also... I mean, a low-level version isn't that helpful. This is the Mage Storm of Fortitude. Stonehide, though. Stonehide is also very good FX, which scales up into endgame way better than how it is now. So it's very good later on. Now it's also like not as good. Similar to Kings, they're very like super good. Like Stonehide of Kings is a combination that is very, very rarely found, but like if you find it, it's super duper good. Tyrian Step, that's a new item, right? What is actually? Physical damage, blah blah blah, but no resist. Oh yeah, poison resistance. This one's actually not bad. Also, it has movement speed, so I might be able to break my set for this one. Hey Bobs, how are you? Nice to see you in here. How are you, my friend? Oh, these have Chaos and Aetheress. That's very good. Like, I'm gonna take the Chaos one right now because we're not gonna get another one before we fight some Chaos stuff. And also have like a little bit more Aether, and I mean the Aether enemies here aren't like too hard to fight except for the Amalgamation, which we will have to fight very soon here.
I can't do that yet.
Already downloaded FG? Nice, nice. But I really want to know your opinion about Lost Act, visual part, but please be honest. It's, in my opinion, beautiful. Like, very beautiful.
My inventory.
I think it's like, I mean, it's like the most beautiful part about the game, for sure. Like, the act is, so far, I just like everything about it. I played it yesterday for like 5 to 6 hours until I died. I mean, you can write !RIP if you want to see my death, but be warned, it contains like spoilers to a certain boss in Act 7, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then you shouldn't watch it. You have very mixed feelings. I mean, some of the stuff does... I guess like the first part kinda reminds people of like Titan Quest, and then the second part reminds people of Diablo. I can see that. But in general I like it very much, and it's very like super nice. Very good looking in my opinion. Oh, the new mobs in the lava area drop frozen hearts. Yeah, that's crazy actually. Like, that's a little strange, but on the other hand, they needed to... Like, farming frozen hearts was basically impossible before, right? I mean, they should have just increased the drop rate for frozen hearts on Slith enemies, I guess. I don't know what's the lore behind those guys dropping frozen hearts now. Doesn't really make that much sense to me. I mean, they do drop like molten skins, right? It's also pretty strange because before that it was only a craftable, I think. You can just keep this because why not? Just use it randomly on a weapon on level 40. You have to write !RIP to see the rip actually. Not death. I really like the new expansion, they optimized the game a lot. Yeah, for sure. It's no grim dark anymore like Diablo nor Blood. Well, there are some areas that are still very dark in my opinion. Especially like the second part of the... Like the first part, yes, it's very shiny and basically like Agdenborg, but more beautiful and more shiny. The second part is very grim at times, actually. Like it's very like a mixture of Diablo sometimes, but on the other hand, it's very grim. It's exclamation mark RIP. R-I-P. Yeah. You're welcome. Oh yeah, do we have a upgrade for our helmet actually? Maybe a Warcry one? Pierce and Bleed? I mean, sure. This works. Yeah, we can break the set with these two items, I think. Should be fine. So it's fire res, pierce res. We gain poison res. We had fire was. This is bleed and pierce. Bleed is pretty good because we can then change out and then just reapply the venom salve. It seems that everyone liked, but I feel sadly so enjoyed the game. No, it's not the last boss actually. The last boss is even more awesome, I think, but I haven't seen him myself yet. I just heard people say that he's even more awesome. I think this is like the second to last boss though. Oh yeah, I could swap around these as well. I have more than enough poison rest now. I lose so much fire though. I think fire is still more important than vitality. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe I should just... So... yeah, I should just use like a molten skin, I guess. So I don't really know if this component is... like craftable from the get-go, if you need to find it first. But it's... if you have to find it, it's very easy to find, as far as I know. So you can just like make 2 of these and then put them anywhere you want. We have Mark of the Travelers. Oh yeah, we have it. The Mark of the Travelers are also very nice. I'm gonna use this for boots. 8% movement speed. And then... this here, this there. We actually use like an ancient armor plate already. On one. And then for this... there's like, what's it called? A rune stone, I think? This one. But I don't really know if that's cheating. Because this is a craft as well. And I don't know how early you can find this. Just gonna presume you could find it very, very easily. Just use it anyways. So yeah, now all our like Aether, Bleed, Chaos resistances are looking so much better than before. Me dying to Father Kaiman was a little careless as well, so... oh well. I mean, you did this yesterday, so when was it, like 4 AM or what? Yeah, you were probably like too tired as well. But you wanted to have the 25 shards achievement, I guess? On a cool boss, like a Shattered Realm only boss. The like the blue, is it the blue Lucius? Nothing Grim Tools. Gave me a special item. Oh. Expansions coming more and more. Sure. Alright. Killing this queen with Virus Might is actually pretty bad. I don't know if the burn can even hit her. What I hear? Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I wanna find it out myself. At least the boss. But, man, Oathkeeper is so bad for leveling. Like, I don't like it. I mean, it's fine now. At like level 30. Like, beginning at like level 25 it felt okay-ish, but before that... So fucking slow. Like, I guess the slowest mastery ever. Hey Snarky4, how are you? Oh, you're looking for a build for the first time? I'm also used to crazy local XP pots, yeah, well, obviously. So, first of all, what kind of character do you want to play? And, what mod should I use for quality of life? Like, for quality of life, you can use a mod called Grim Internals, I think, which highlights, like, different items in a different way. And also, like, gives you HP bars, like, directly over stuff, if you want to have that. I don't use it, though, because I don't think it's really that necessary. The one I use, though, is Grim Dawn Item Assistant, which basically gives you infinite shared stash. While not like allowing you to cheat in items as other third-party programs like Grim Dawn, like GD Stash do. So I personally only use that one, like only Grim Dawn Item Assistant, and that's it. But yeah, I've seen people use Grim Dawn, like Grim Internals, I think it's called, a lot for like highlighting items differently, giving yourself HP bars over here, or like giving enemies HP bars over them, so on. Other than that, yeah, about the builds, do you want like a certain specific playstyle, or do you just want like the strongest builds for beginner? There are like still probably 2 builds that are like super strong for beginners. That are from the Ashes of Mammoth era. A melee build. So for melee, like one of the easiest and strongest is for sure the Death Knight. And you can just level a Death Knight with Force Wave. So you can level a Death Knight a little bit similar to the Death Knight you will find in my Google spreadsheet. Like my Google Docs document, like a little further down, where it says like hardcore builds pre-FG era. There's a Death Knight in there, like a physical one. And you don't need the items that I have there, but you can just check out the skills and... Thank you for the info. I'm gonna look for either a Saboteur build or a Pyromancer. Damn. You're heading in a completely different direction. um, but I mean, Saboteur is a little bit weak in general. It's a lot of fun to play, but a little weak. I guess it's a little stronger now than it was before, but a little weak still. And Pyromancer is decent, I guess. He's pretty squishy though, so it's a little bit hard to make him work as a melee. Works better as a ranged character or a caster. Like a ranged guy with a gun or dual wielding guns. There's actually a Pyromancer build in my softcore builds, I think. Like for Pyromancers, if you're interested in like a dual wielding ranged Pyromancer, you can check out the softcore build section I have. By the way, I've seen a lot of people go for Shield Breaker already, no manual. Like Malagan is going for one. Obert is going for one. I have one theory crafted, but seeing so many people go for it now, I kinda want to do something else. I mean, they're probably not gonna play it the same way I would, but... Sure.
There was much ice. My scouts have.
And Saboteur builds, I mean... I guess Saboteur works a lot better as cold now, because Thermite mines have cold resistance reduction now. This is a dangerous domain as well. Yes. I'm warped with this. Monsters have greatly reduced spell cooldowns, but deal less physical damage. Seems like whatever. Okay. Can do like a dual wield cold damage Saboteur. There's also a very nice item set for that, for the endgame. Accent Ortress. It's more like fire cold combined though, but... I mean, all the dual-wielding Nightblades are very fun to play and also have huge damage. I mean, they have some survivability issues, but... I also Saboteur is one of those that has, like, or that had, in the past at least, like, huge survivability issues. I don't know, though, how it is now, because... Blast Shield got buffed again, so... It's actually a lot better. Oh yeah, I think I did a mistake when I chose the faction and also like the movement spell. But I chose Vanish. I mean, it's the fastest like dash there is, yes, but maybe I should have gotten for like the Blitz one, since I am using a shield anyways. And the Blitz one adds good damage to it. By the way, no manual, was that a Plasma Strike you were talking to when you rift? Nom AFK? Oh, you need to talk to them. Oh yeah, right.
Just the person. There are two other.
So who should I choose here? The good guys or the bad guys?
I have come to represent.
Let's go with the bad guys. So like even though I got these factions, I got like 0 stations so far for them. Maybe I didn't fight any Eldritch. Okay. There are no Eldritch in like Act 2 and 3, right? There are some in Act 1, I think. But yeah, I went to Act 7 after Act 1, obviously.
May the light of
Oh no. But Comet's Chosen is expensive, right? Oh no, the other... Comet's Chosen needs 3 seals. Oh no, Death Vigil also needs 3 seals, right? Yeah, okay, that's like whatever then. You need 3 seals no matter what. 3 seals are so expensive though. I kinda want to not do the quest, but you have to. Let's try to save her. Then do we still have dynamite? Yeah, we do. Alright. Crushing Will, that's a new one. Oh, actually no. Here you go. I'm gonna have you, Kappa. Kappa Keeper, you picked me. Oh no, you're gonna pay for it. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
This item would be nice for like saboteurs, right? Searing Spectral Longsword of Alacrity. Like some cold and fire stuff going on. Together with some bonuses towards Nightblade Scars.
I can't do that.
This area can be a little bit annoying because these like blockages, or like the stones that are blocking some paths, they are like different every time, so the layout of the map is the same, but the ways that you need to go are different every time. Which was like Kraid's first attempts to add replayability to the game, but I mean, pretty lazy attempt to add replayability to an ARPG.
That skill's
Wait, there was a insignia in there as well. Oops.
not ready.
Oh yeah, also there's a shrine here in this. Which needs like a Chthonian Seal of Binding. We do have one, so that's fine. Oh, also there's a boss here. Whoops. Dying to Bolvar, Omega Lu. Pretty handy. We spent a devotion point, we spent a Chthonian seal to get another Chthonian seal back. Good. Oh yeah, also we needed to kill Bolvar anyways, because like once you finish this quest, there's gonna be the next quest, which is basically kill Bolvar. And also there's a Chthonian rift in here. You can go there on normal and veteran as well, obviously. No one's stopping you, but the quest that is attached to that one is like a quest that you get from the rovers. So this faction, but you only get it once you're honored, so most of the time you're not having that one on normal, but rather like on your elite playthrough. But you can go like back to the rovers later and then go back to this rift as well later. Anyways, I'm not gonna do it now because I don't have the quests, and it's kinda... I mean, you can go there, but you don't have to. There's nothing of interest there for me now. And you can't, like, do it in advance, because the quest item that you need, which is inside that rift, only drops when you have the quest. So if you don't have the quest, then you're just going there for nothing, basically. Well, OA is still pretty low though, even though I have this maxed out now. 856. So maybe my DA is just so good. Actually, I think OA is fine now. Or like my DA is very good. Like it was very bad before, like the OA, but I think it's fine now. Sorry. Runs into Alexander, if he's strong enough to kill him. Didn't see the arcane mob. Next time in the crowd, drives to a nuclear meteor, yeah. Oh damn. RIP. RIP. It must have happened to a lot of people though. Like with Nemesis bosses like Alexander, I always try to fight them alone, so either like make them run to a place where there are no other mobs, or kill the other mobs first. I thought Dark Souls 1 was hard. Dark Souls 1 is actually not that hard compared to Dark Souls 2 in my opinion. And also Grim Dawn on Hardcore can be very hard as well, yes. I think it's still more fair than, for example, PoE Hardcore, because in PoE Hardcore it's a little bit more RNG, I think. At least from what I've seen and what I've seen people say, but the other bad thing, my warrior died by 400k bleed tick on the enemy. It was a reflect. Oh, RIP. Yeah, like bleed and especially internal trauma, I have to be super careful with reflect. Like internal trauma is even worse because internal trauma only gets reduced by physical resistance, right? And you most of the time don't have 80% physical resistance. You have like a lot less. Can be very scary. Get 1 point here for science. What is this? 8% chance to be used. Oh, it's only offhand damage. It only hits with the shield. That's actually interesting. Like a nice flavor, I guess. Wait, which attack is it though? Oh, the shockwave when he like slams the shield on the ground. Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, it also stuns. It has 8% chance attack, but he did it like 3 times in a row. That's RNG for you. Oh, Seals of Bindings. Always important. That's some lower XP. Oh, the bathhouse. This lore note is also pretty good. Like to read, I mean. Not as good as, say, Trip South, for example. And also, like, the new areas, they have so much lore, like, holy shit. I do like it in a way, but on the other hand, like, I didn't find the patience or the time to read all of it yet. Because there's just so much other stuff to do, right? So you don't want to, like, waste the first 5 hours of playing a new expansion just reading lore.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
Alright, we're basically... Oh no, we're not finished with Act 3 yet. Almost. Oh, this still works. Nice.
I can't do it.
Get the free dynamite here.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
Eye of Reckoning. Is it though? I mean, yeah, I guess. Eye of Reckoning is pretty good for leveling. Yeah, I can see that. That's a two-hander probably. Does it scale like the shield or... Oh yeah, it has offhand damage. Wait. Is that only for dual wielding or like dual wielding melee weapons or like for shields as well? By the way, no manual, you did find this like fire Eye of Reckoning sword, right? So you could just dual wield those. And that would be probably a pretty good build. Find another one. This had like says like main and offhand. I do like Wire Smite as well, but I don't know. I mean, you can also level with Guardians. But the problem is like all the good or like decent leveling spells for Oathkeeper are so far down in the tree. Like Eye of Reckoning is also like 40 points or 32 or something. That early game is just bad no matter what. on, guys. I can finally switch out my 37 armor chest. Wow. Very fanatics overcode, I guess. Oh, it also has a righteous fervor. Interesting. Finally, we got some good gear. This Ascension. Shield damage blocked. Actually good. It's actually good for Oathkeepers, right? Actually good.
That skill's not ready.
So yeah, just getting the Rift Gate here. Back to Homestead.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Vigorous of Ruins. Oh, this is also like a high level one. Increasing armor by 4% with already 346 armor. Interesting. Interesting, I'm gonna sell it. This is also a new item, right? It's also for like cold saboteurs. Interesting. These chests are pretty good, but I need so much spirit. I'm not gonna be able to equip them anytime soon. Oh, this one is pretty good though. I'm gonna keep this one. For sure. So yeah, anyways, this is like the end of Act 3.